Right, so
Record.
I record.
Right. So
So Unhookable Dojo, I want to, will you say something about the context, Doris, before we jump in?
yeah, I just wanted to say that it's called a dojo because the level of practice here, like we need to be very sensitive and vulnerable at the same time. So there's almost like you need your sort of clarity and your sort of clarity at everyone's neck, but also at the same time we have a practice to bow to each other before we start practicing in the dojo. So I want just the first time to do this everyone together right now. Just create this bow that is symbolized that this level of vulnerability that we have. We're gonna hook each other. And we're gonna really get hooked here to experience what it is to be hooked and to work on being unhookable. So it's yeah, it takes a different kind of space. So we're gonna bow to each other just to honor each other, come into this space and practice like they do in dojo, in martial art dojo. All right, so just let's just go ahead and do the bow each other.
So that is the first tradition of Unhookable Dojo, is that we bow to each other.
Thank you. And we're gonna jump right away to the first practice. The first practice, we just gonna want to feel how it feels to be hooked.
Wait, I have one more thing. So it's a bit bumpy. We didn't say who's going to speak what, and so we're bumping into each other. But I want to say that the dojo's purpose is that you can practice, radically practice, becoming absurdly effective at being unhookable. And that's at least my purpose. I want to be absurdly effective at not getting hooked. And that's the purpose of this dojo, to practice that. And as you have done Rage Club, you have the clarity of your sword to stay committed to your purpose of being here. And that's why we're going to jump right in. Thanks, Dor. Keep going.
Yeah. So we're gonna go into breakout rooms of pairs, and there's gonna be partner A, partner B. Partner B is gonna hook partner A. So we practiced that also last week, but the way to do it is you're really trying to hook this person. You're really sending remarks, really use your nonlinearity, creating possibility at hooking the other person in front of you. And so you really have 3 minutes to just go. And for the person that the partner A, the partner that gets hooked, if it's too much for you, if you feel already I got hooked, we have a new practice that we brought into this space where you do this step like that. This step means that it's okay, I already got hooked, it's too much for me. It's like also coming from a martial art, like, okay, let go. Now it's time to let go. Okay, so the purpose of this practice is really to feel how it feels when you get hooked. And maybe we're gonna give just before you start, we're gonna give another minute, so you have like a minute to just share some things about yourself, that like what gets you hooked. You can share with partner B, like, I get hooked by my partner. My partner, when he throws me that thing, I get hooked. And just the short version is, hook is not only when you get angry, it can be when you get paralyzed, you freeze, or you lose your center to something. You start to explain yourself, you need to go around something. So whatever it is right now for you, the hook, we're gonna talk more about in the training what it really is. But whatever it is for you, you get 1 minute to share about it to your partner, and then the other partner get 3 minutes to get you hooked. And it's for you to really experience how it is that you get hooked. You still keep your bubble, your center, but you just to experience that. Yes, Julia?
I would like to add something that I would leave away the minute before, because you know the hooks where you get hooked. the intention of the exercise is that you find ways of getting hooked that you might not be so familiar with, and to let yourself feel these ways. And that's why we will swap. So it's more about going quickly. So 3 minutes maximum in one breakout room. And then after each one has had a go at hooking the other, we shift into the next breakout room so that you get hooked by at least 3 different people with 3 different kinds of hooks. So it will be for the person throwing the hooks, really use your gremlin to play full out in service of the other, so the other can really feel different ways of being hooked. So your gremlin will sniff, oh, here's a weak spot, and you go for it. Let your gremlin do that. So it's a conscious gremlin feeding at the same time. And yes, if I wouldn't use the thing here. Rather, I would really let yourself feel it. Let yourself fall apart with it if you get so hooked. Notice, what does it do in your 5 bodies? How does it land in your energetic, in your physical body, in your emotional body, in your mental body? How does it go in that hook? And then the next one, and then the next one, so that it really can, I think 2 minutes per hook throwing, Dora, is my proposal.
Okay.
2
Yeah,
minutes.
let's shift to 2 minutes.
And then we shift.
So there's no 1 minute at the beginning.
Yeah, not 1 minute at the beginning. Unless someone here has a different wisdom. So if you have some wisdom, you have a big resistance, like I really think we need a minute, then please say it. So we're co-creating here.
Is it 2 minutes, 2 minutes each in every room you open?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll be together for a bit more than 4 minutes. Leave a little bit of space in between to shift. And I'll announce the time shift. So you get 2 minutes, then the other one throws 2 minutes hooks. You, as a listener, a recipient, you let yourself feel the hooks. And then the next space will open up, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. So we have 3 rounds. Each one of us has 3 rounds of being hooked and 3 rounds of hooking. Okay, any questions?
Right, so you'll announce the swapping, and do we come back into the main dojo, main room, and then go into others, or do you just switch us around?
I propose we just switch around. We'll just keep going. And then afterwards we take sharing. We'll have sharing after that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have another question. The person that gets hooked is just silent and observes what is going on, how the hooks feel, or we also answer and react to the hooks?
I would say you can direct if you feel that what they're doing is not hooking you, you can direct them a bit. So you do get hooked in those 2 minutes. But if you just feel you get hooked, I mean, you can answer it to help them to get you hooked or something.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so let your gremlin also get hooked. Like, this is about knowing what it's like when you're hooked.
Yeah.
Okay. I've created breakout rooms, but it looks like you have 2, Dora, so.
Yeah, you just go with yours.
Okay. Then let's go have high level fun.
Hello, Jay.
Hi, Dora.
Right. You want to go first or I?
You go.
Okay, so you're gonna get me hooked. 2 minutes.
I'm going to get you hooked. Okay. How is it to come here, in this dojo with sort of a kind of a mishmash of preparation going on between their space holders and showing up with sort of almost appears not to have much preparation having gone on. When you come across as being like almost like the guru of hooking or being unhookable, is that, how does that sit for you? And
I mean, I'm discovering that there's levels to getting unhooked, and I'm almost hooked by
Mm.
by coming into the space like that in the fashion that you're saying.
Right. Yeah.
And
Okay.
so
Yeah. Go.
yes, I guess that's the level that of hooking that I got to explore right now, that I get to explore.
Mm. Mm. So, and then, yeah. So, and then, how does it go then to justify, where you're at with it? Is that, is that easy, or is it come hard? Is it, is it really something that flows from you quite easily, or is it just something that you just sort of put up with, sort of in a day to day?
Yeah, you're right. It's actually comes easy for me.
Comes easy,
Yeah.
right? And
All right.
swap.
Swap.
Yeah.
Jay, what's with the hat? What's with the hat that you're wearing? What's the
Yeah,
deal?
it's a little bit cold where I am.
Okay. It's not
Mm.
that you're like, it seems like you're, can I give you feedback or something?
Yeah, sure, you can give me feedback. Yeah.
It seems like you're a wine tastemaker with this hat. It's like you're trying to be a smarter or a more tasteful person with this hat. Like almost it downgrades you, but it's actually it actually builds you as someone that doesn't care. Do you really don't care?
It builds me as someone that doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean, I see you care so much. You're here with your partner in this workshop. And you care so much, and I wonder, why is it that you're hiding how much you care about things?
Mm. It's kind of interesting to have an ideal that by wearing a hat I'm hiding something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's not only the hat, it's everything. I don't even see what you wear, but I'm sure that that is also part of it.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I know exactly. I can read you exactly. I can see through you.
You can see through me.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hello, Annika. We're switching room?
Hello.
Oh, okay. Yulia is switching us. Hello, Annika. So,
Hello.
you want to go first or I?
You can start.
Okay, so you're trying to hook me, or I hook you.
You hook me.
Okay. It seems like it's gonna be really easy to hook you, Annika.
Mhm.
Yeah. I haven't met you, but I feel I'm already hooking you by just being in your presence. Yeah, I see you're trying
Yeah.
to hold yourself back, but you're just like a man in your presence that is not gonna give a shit about you. It's just gonna hook you already. Yeah, I feel already the hook. Just remember the tap if it's
Mhm.
still hooking you. Yeah. It just, yeah, this whole atmosphere around me, look, it's like cool, like dark with lighting thing, and your atmosphere is just like a corner of a room. So it's like these two spaces collide. I don't even let you to say anything. I don't there's not going to be even space for you to speak right now in this space. Yeah, exactly. Would you just be mindful of the time? I'm gonna give you this mission, so you just when she tells us to switch, you're gonna switch us.
Okay.
I'm glad that you're green. Is this? I feel that you're hooked in a way that is just. Yeah, let's switch.
Okay. Here's the message. I get this impression that you're trying to be very cool because it looks like you're outside somewhere in a very warm climate. It's kind of your way of boasting about being somewhere warm where you can just be outside in the middle of the night, just wearing this topless, not topless, but sleeveless shirt, looking all tanned, like you've been in the sun all day.
There's sun here.
Yeah. Yeah, just walking around in the sun, maybe surfing, just having a nice, easy time wherever you are. Yeah, and also that you're outside and it's night. It's like you want to give this impression that you're so committed that you get up in the middle of the night to join this kind of call. It's so important to you. Yeah, this is what you want people to see. That you're really committed. That even if it's a struggle, you will just do it anyway because it's your mission, task in life. Yeah. So how's that working for you?
My gremlin is enjoying that, and I'm really hooked.
I'm glad. Yeah. Mm. Mm. So what did you have for dinner today?
I didn't eat dinner today. I just had a juice, and everything was closed here.
Hello, door.
Hello, Yulia.
Okay. Which person are you?
I am trying to get you hooked.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So, Yulia, you're fully unorganized for this workshop. You just show up and you keep changing things all the time. And I don't know if you're really ready to.
Well, I think that's really also your job to be organized. You're just as unorganized. Right?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
it's always easier to blame the other.
Yeah. That's an excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's true. It's absolutely true. 100% true.
Listen, Yulia, first of all, why do you write your name with J? It needs to start with Y. It's Yulia.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I
You're one of
recognize
these men assholes that just thinks he could always correct women. Is that who you are?
Why do you have an answer
That you
for
would even
everything? You're not even taking your job as just waiting to be hooked.
well,
You're
that's
just
because I know better. I just know it. I know these things. I just have to talk them.
so how many times in your life it helped you to be such a conscious asshole? Why did you need to grow such a big asshole thing? Probably
I'm
been
not an asshole.
bullied or something. Probably get bullied.
Thank you.
Okay.
Time to swap. Okay, we start. I notice you smile a lot. I think you're hooked as soon as you smile. You notice? Even now, I smile and immediately you smile. Could it
I'm
be that as
actually
soon as a woman smiles, you're smiling?
smiling now to contradict my automatic response not to smile.
That's a very clever response. Such bullshit. Great bullshit. But I can detect it. My sniffer is totally going alarm. Yeah. So have you ever worked with a White Widow strategy at all? Seems like you're not really onto that.
Yeah, I did.
And I mean, did anything change? Like, sounds like it looks like, I don't know. You need, I don't know, you need like beautiful women around you or something. That's what I noticed. And so what are you doing with the White Widow strategy?
Should I answer? Do you want an answer for that?
Yeah, I think it would absolutely be appropriate to give me an answer for that.
I choose not to
Yeah.
answer.
Oh, I was wondering whether you had taken your balls back from your mom yet.
I'm really curious about that because I think I did it when I was 14.
If you think you did it, you haven't done it. You would know it if you had done it. Thank you. Thank you, Dora.
Great work.
Come
I
to an
got
end.
very hooked.
That's what the gremlins are good for. And I'll close
Alright,
all rooms.
you bringing everyone back?
See you over there. Yes, see you there.
Woo!
Hey,
Sweating.
Yeah,
I take my head off.
sweating.
Everyone got hooked? You got
yes.
hooked, raise your hand.
Mhm.
Okay. Whew, okay. Take a deep breath.
Great.
So yeah, just be a second just with the feeling of it. Just to really own into this feeling with you. Just take 10, 20 seconds right now to just see what's going on with you right now. Where's your energetic body? What emotions? How does it feel? Even what's happening in your physical body right now. And physical body, my body want to run away or something. Okay, thank you.
I would like to hear some voices. What do you notice? Or how are you right now? Whatever you need to share, but yeah, would like to hear your voice.
Yeah, I'll go. I definitely felt a rise in temperature, and then so almost the stopping of the heart. It's almost like the heart sort of wants to just stop beating as such. There's a closure going on around the energy there. And yeah, I get a lot of energetic movement up and down my back as being sort of signifies to me what my energetic body's up to. And yeah, I can kind of feel quite a bit of that going up in my lower back. And yeah.
What were the things that mostly hooked you? Can you share from one or two?
Yeah, sure. I'm sitting here in my workplace, and a couple of people picked up on the wine barrels next to me, and then you really tried to hook me about making alcohol, being involved in alcohol production, something along those lines. And yeah, I felt myself getting hooked in by needing to sort of almost justify where I'm at and what I'm up to.
Okay. So this part of you that needed to justify where you are.
Yeah. Like, explain that my business came first, and then this PM works evolved later on, sort of thing. And then, yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jay. What? Just one more question for Jay. What did you notice with which feeling or emotion was associated with the heat in your body?
Yeah, it's fear and a little bit of anger. Sort of, it's sort of like having to fear that, well, not having to, but yeah, that sort of anger of sort of that comes with the feeling of needing to justify myself. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed I noticed some preparation, knowing that the hook is coming. I noticed that I really hold my center quite tightly. And for me, it's like my adrenaline, so it's fear. A lot of fear comes up for me, and I feel this this tightness and tension through my body. And I also hooked myself because I didn't know how to hook the other person. I have some resistance doing that. This is my nice girl box that doesn't want to do that. And yeah, it's like a flight reaction. I want to run away.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point I had bubbles kind of running up my left-hand side. And my triggers are when I get told you or your, and my child ego state gets triggered. And you or your triggers my you're no good, you've done it wrong, something like this. And I noticed that I wasn't seriously hooked here. I got hooked, and it's more of a low level hooking rather than, say, the hooking I've experienced today. I was sharing that at work, I'm really angry with my boss at the moment, and I've been hooked 3 times by him, and I've been really angry. So anger comes up as well for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I can go on from here. One of my biggest hooks was when I got told things about how I look. It made me angry, and I felt fear. Angry because, it happens all the time that people tell me how I look and say something about my look. And especially now traveling and meeting many people, it's a lot of, conversation about like superficial things. And this is a big hook for me. This makes me angry because why should people be allowed to tell me something like they find how I look? Yes, if I didn't ask for an opinion. And also scared I felt of this because yeah, it's a big topic for me since I remember myself, how I look, do I look okay, and yeah, is it okay how I look, and do I fit, or yes, do I look messy? Yeah, this is a big hook for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I noticed that there's this kind of freeze mode. I really just want to sit still and not say anything. It's kind of, yeah. And also I recognize this kind of, sometimes it comes as like waves of heat, like this kind of. And yeah, and that comes when somebody asks me a question that I need to kind of explain myself or like share why things are the way they are. Yeah, then there's this kind of like, yeah, a fear about how to share things that they would land in the other person.
Share things so they land.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I noticed that I have some part of me got hooked internally when I wanted to rescue the other person, so I didn't want to hook them too hard. So there was immediately I hooked when I was in the role of someone that need to hook the other person, and I felt I got hooks from people gremlin where they tried, like they questioned my position. So it's like part of my box is like, oh, I have a certain position, or I'm a certain someone. And then the gremlins like really could hook that easily. It's like, who do you think you are? It's like, is your position like that? Like, and I felt anger. It's like the internal hook of an anger. It's like unconscious anger.
Thank you, Dor.
Thank you.
I resonate with lots of what you said. I noticed my hands were getting cold. I noticed they are cold now, and I sweat, but I'm not hot. It's a cold sweat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because I didn't notice the fear consciously so much in the experiment, in the exercise, but I noticed that I smiled a lot. And my gremlin does a superiority laughter. There was that element, so I was hooked in that way. And I find in these experiments and exercises, the hooks, the most interesting hooks are the ones that come from the real interaction. So I was with Jo, and Jo didn't know what to say. She got hooked. She hooked herself, and that's where I jump in and rescue the space and rescue her. And this is then a real life example. So everything that happens in the space is part of the experiment of the exercise. And I'm guessing that some of you are hooked already by the exercise, already by having to perform something. Oh, now I have to do this, and that's already being hooked. And then there's having this pressure of, oh, now I have to throw a good hook, or now I have to get hooked, or this school hook, having to perform.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
So now we're gonna experiment with one of the tools to be unhookable. So I just want to say, last week we role played more. So it was more in the hooks that happened were more internal, more. So usually the tool is to do an emotional healing process later because it's a trigger, it's a trauma. But now it's more cold hooking. We're cold hooking each other because me and Annika, we never spoke before, and I tried to hook her, for example. So we're gonna use a tool. So we're gonna use it. We're gonna use a tool that is the red cloth. Okay. So the red cloth is this thing that you put like a matador, and is about to, someone is throwing hooks, like someone's gremlin throwing hooks, and you just hold it like this energetically. So for this practice, if you have something around, you can really hold something, or just do like this with your hand to really let the hooks fly this way. And after you feel they're not anymore flying to you, they don't grab to anything here, they just go there, you hold down this tool. I just want to say that I experimented with this in live interactions, so it's really works, this stuff. So I invite you to experiment with this now. Someone is it's a lot of gremlin in Suku right now, so you just do that. As a legend, I saw Clinton once in actual training, like pulls up a little like red cloth and hold it like this in front of someone speaking to him, and this guy wouldn't stop speaking. He didn't got it, and Clinton kept waving it like this. So yeah, Julia.
How would you like us to set it up? We have 20 minutes left.
Okay. So how do you propose this will go?
I don't want your center. I want to hear your proposal.
Okay, I propose to go back and do the same thing when we switch 3 times. 2 minutes each round. And Julia, will you do the breakout rooms?
Yes, and I would like to, there must be some, I'll just go with the first, and then we swap again quickly. So we do a quick round just like before, only using a red cloth now.
Yeah.
Okay, then I've got it. So I will indicate the 2 minutes, and then I will swap you around when the 2 minutes are over. Any resistance? Okay. Thank you. And go.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Dora. I will be person A.
Okay, I'm gonna hook you for 2 minutes. Ready?
Yes.
First of all, I want to know if you're sitting in a basement. It looks like you're sitting in a basement, and there's something, I don't know, it's like, where are you?
I am sitting in my
Why are you doing this
room.
with your hair?
I'm sitting in my room in my house, which is upstairs. So no, I'm not in a basement.
What was that? This thing that you did with your hair? If I was
You
your
want to know?
Yeah,
You want to know why I scratched my head?
yeah. If I was your boss, for example, I would not let you come to the office like that. No, let's talk seriously right now. If I was your boss, what was your problem with me?
Yeah, there would be an assumption that I had a problem with my boss with this question that you're asking.
Okay. You did with your throat right now.
Did I?
Yeah.
And now I'm laughing.
Yeah. It's like your body language shows a lie, a certain lie. Yeah. And Do you wear like black colors to work as well? Because you know it sucks all the energy out of the room when you wear black. Listen, I'll just tell you what to do right now. Okay. Okay, let's go.
Ah, it's a yeah, Dora. I noticed that your your camera moves a lot and you move a lot, and you're not totally present. What's happening with this for you?
This hook already hit me, but now I have this. Keep going.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like you're in in like a shack somewhere. And yeah, it looks like you're in a really warm climate. Either that or it's cold outside and you've got this massive fire going to keep it really warm. And surely someone, who's presenting something like this would dress a little more appropriately than in like a singlet top and coming on Zoom to present with. Surely there's something more to this than just showing up the way you are. And yeah, this thing that you're doing with your hands, I think it's just a distraction rather than becoming unhookable. Yeah, so I think you should really, really look at that and really check that. And when you're like this, you can't actually see your watch. And if you need to know the time and how much time we've got left, you're not going to be able to see that. And yeah, now that you've stopped, I don't quite know what to say. It was quite interesting when you were making. Would you make this movement again? It was quite interesting when you made this movement.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, why are you sitting staring like staring? And it's like you're staring and there's nothing. Your presence has gone because because you're staring. I'm hooked because I cook myself when I realize I've hooked you. I think it's funny. Um,
Hello, Annika.
Hello.
I will go first with the red cloth.
Okay. Okay. You know that looks a bit ridiculous when you do that. It's like they're trying to knit a sweater or something. It's very confusing. Mm. Now I notice I'm getting hooked by this movement you're making. Mm. Yeah. Do you often use these kind of tricks with the people you're talking to? Waving your hand like this odd way? Mm. Mm. Wow. Get the sense that you're trying to hook me by not saying anything. I guess it feels like this kind of strange twist in this experiment. Why are you not saying anything?
You want to ask me anything?
Yeah, I wonder why you're not saying anything. Why you're so quiet.
I'm focusing on my red cloth to stay here while I'm
Mm.
talking to you. And I notice when I let it go down, I get more hooked. I keep my attention on it. And then when I
Okay.
clicked, I created this red cloth on my shoulder that is always there, ready to be attacked with.
Okay.
Right, switch.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Annika, I'm glad that I can talk to you. Before I wanted to talk to you about these earphones that you have, or this headset. I think about the same one. Are they from Amazon?
No.
No? Where are they
They're
from?
just bought in this local shop
In
where they have
Finland?
this. Yeah.
You have shops there?
Yes, we do.
Oh wow. It's from probably from around the 80s.
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're a bit old-fashioned.
I thought they're really funny, but I'm actually getting the same headphones exactly. Can you do it like this? I think it's similar. Yeah. I don't know, there's something really cool about you. It's like this, not trying to be cool, but there is something cool about that. It's like probably if we'd be in a party right now, you will draw the attention because you're gonna be the coolest there. But not trying, like not trying to be cool. What kind of kid were you?
I was the shy one. Wasn't really visible.
I don't believe
Blending
you.
in. Hmm.
I don't believe you. You were the smart one, the conniving one. One was smarter than anyone but pretended to not be. I see that. Were you kind of like manipulating your sisters and brothers as a child?
I have
Don't
one
answer that.
brother and
Don't
he.
answer that. I know you were. Probably didn't work out. Do you have a red cloth even? I see a red shirt. Do you have a red cloth even?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I suppose this is switch. Thank you, Annika.
Thank you.
Hey. Yeah. Who you want to start?
You.
I hook you?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice try.
Nice try. I got you, man.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking care. I went. If I was in your room right now, I would just go to piss in your room. I don't even fucking care. I would piss right now in that room that you are right now.
I had a girlfriend who did that once. Say,
I'm sure. You're this kind of man that I would piss in your room. Come on, grab a beer. Go grab a beer. There's a fridge behind you. Sorry, Jay. I know I'm a good hooker.
what flavor would you like? Classic, yeah. No, nicely done, eh? Totally non-linear.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that. Yeah.
Put the thing in your bottle, the thing with the cork that puts, this Baba Ganoush thing, put in the barrel.
Don't quite follow you.
Yeah. You're
right.
Probably too slow to understand me. I don't even. It needs to make
sense. I think it's we're swapping now.
Okay.
So yeah, it's my turn to hook you.
Yes, go.
Yeah, it's really obviously you're just way too quick for me, Dor. I'm really just probably way slower than yourself, and you're really just kind of one of those guys who just super just onto it, got the answers ready to go. There's just no there's no time involved actually, and even processing it, you're just so super quick. How is that for you to be like that, and just be surrounded by a bunch of people who are real slow and not able to keep up with you? Did you just finish that box of beer? Is that
It's not beer, it's Prince.
Oh, it's not beer. Eh?
Shit, you got me.
Has that been your afternoon's behavior? Has it today, Dor? Jeez, is that really the way to turn up to a dojo? I think I hooked myself then. Are you waking up over there or going to sleep?
Thank you, Jay.
Jetzt. No.
Hello, everyone.
We're back in Dojo Land.
Yes.
Okay, we've got 4 minutes. What do you need to share, to ask, to do?
I discovered a new type of hook, and that's the hook when somebody is complimenting me about something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big one that it's so hard to detect that. And I'm glad you got it.
Yeah. For me, it was easier to do this. Like physically, it was powerful when I let the sign down. I noticed that I lose attention to the red cloth and the hooks start to hit me here. I really felt out, because at the beginning I was doing this with my hand, so I felt the hooks, all the attention went here. So the other person was even hard to hook me because all their attention was on my hands. When I let it go, the hook started to hit, but I can also, at certain point, I can bring energetically red cloth here and let the hooks go there. It just took a bit more attention and focus, like to put my energy here. And I just want to share, I feel much more light than the first round because less hooks. Actually, I got hooked like twice for a few seconds. So I feel much lighter right now than the first round when it was like, ah.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
noticed. Thank you.
Joe.
Sure. I held up, I have this purple cloth which I physically held up, and I actually noticed it took my attention, so I was out of connection with the other person. And yeah, I have some curiosity around that, and it seems like you've navigated that differently, Dor. So yeah, would like to discover that, to stay in connection and still have that energetic red cloth available.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a great distinction. Like, what's your attention goes to. If you're not getting hooked right now, your attention is free. You can, you can put your attention on like, I don't know, anything.
That's what I noticed, that once I had the hook and the cloth and the hooks were going into the cloth, there was all this empty space. There was this free space. And I stood then and said, what do I do with all this free space? I could create anything there. Could admit what I feel. I could make a completion loop. I could start talking about something completely different. So it's like a door opening to create what I want to create in terms of connection with the other person. And what you're saying, Joe, is what I want to invite us to do as an experiment this coming week is to really use the red cloth in the week, and to do it with the splitting of attention, that you can have your attention that the hooks go into the red cloth, and yet you can still be connected with the other person.
Yeah, you can use your clicker to declare it. Like, you don't have to have this thing. It's like,
Any last words?
I realized for me the biggest hook in this round was that you, Julia, didn't get hooked from me. So I was waiting for this, you making this, but you didn't do it. And this was for me the biggest hook, to not succeed with something. I think it's this school hook you spoke about in the beginning. Yes. So I hooked myself at the end.
Yeah, great. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for, I'm glad to be experimenting with you. So invite us to use the Telegram group for your findings, to share your research, to keep finding what are the ways that you get hooked. These unexpected ways. Wow, someone gives me a compliment and now I'm hooked. Or someone smiles at me, I'm hooked by the smile. Or, yeah, time is up. Okay.
Cool.
thank you, everyone.
See you next week or in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Come back.
you.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.